Welcome everyone. Especially today, I know only those people who have come were really committed to healing the world because this is not a personal topic, this is a topic which is for the world and it may personally not affect you, but still you are here and I am very grateful for your presence and I'm honored that you have joined us. As always, I would request all of you to start breathing deeply into your heart center, bringing your energy back to you so that your full energy is with you, so that you can receive more, whatever you are supposed to receive. Keep on breathing deeply into your heart center and bring back all your scattered energies as people give you a code to settle down your energies into receptivity.
एकं तः तत्तस्य सा और अतत्तं दीनदाः सिक्यं तुहोरहाति अताकृष्णलं तुर्पुत्ते सकश अल एतां प्रस्यकात्यहं त्रअसा इति उत्तेशहं ते ग्रहते शिहलहायते क्रम्भायते न्यलतस्कस्य नमो इति सिकन्तका इष और अल्लाहते क्रम तिहन तहाकस्योशी और त्राहे सांशिक्यम तेरिहस और अता सेहेश्यहम नहरलतत तस्येशेतेन तहास तिहस शिहतिक्रहम त्रुहुस्सेशहम तलहस सकाय शीक्रमते उरतसशनमहायते शशश्यातं तीरलस्तस्ययते कृमते नम्भलयतासकशनमरायते तिरलता नत्तस्य नमतोः यते सा Thank you.
Keep on breathing into your heart center till you feel that your total energy is back to yourself. No part of you scattered anywhere in the universe, in the world, with your family. Just bring it back to yourself. As always, before we do the meditation, I will be discussing certain things, especially related to the coronavirus, because many people have been really devastated by this virus. Many people are in great pain because of this virus. So I thought that there were many questions from the groups, personal questions. Why is this virus here? When will it end? How will it affect us? Why is it affecting us? So I thought that we should. Harpreet, you can please.
Yes.
So there were so many questions from individual people that I thought that maybe we should discuss coronavirus, because as you all know that we are being hit by the second wave and it is a devastating wave, especially for India. But there will be another wave from December to February, which is being certified both by the scientists and the astrologers. So even if this wave is going to end a little after July because of all the restrictions and all the lockdowns, again we will be affected. And I can tell you, as far as I understand from the energies, that it will continue till July, August of 2022. So it's a very tough time for all of us, almost like a war time, almost like the Second World War when the whole world was devastated. And we are going through something which is, according to us, not man made. So I would just like to discuss with you why coronavirus has come, because scientists will tell you many things, how it has come from China, how it is transmitted to the animals. We all know that. We have learned about that a lot in the last 1 year. But there are certain things that you as spiritual seekers should be discussing, should be understanding, and should be sharing with people who are not being able to understand why. So first of all, I would like to tell you that those of you don't know about our life, about our soul plans, I would like to just tell you that before we are born, we sit with the councils of elders and we decide what we are going to experience in this life. So everyone who is having coronavirus right now had a contract with coronavirus. It is in their life plan. Without their life plan, it cannot happen to them. Nothing that happens to us can happen just out of the blue. Everything in the universe has a specific plan, and before we come down to earth, we sit with our guides and we take all of our past lives and we decide what we need to learn now, what experiences we need to have, what karmas we have to pay back to others, what we have to receive and learn, how we have to grow, everything we decide. And when we come back to earth, we have already got a life plan, which is why from birth we have this lines in our hands, which is really strange because how can a child have a lines in their hands and you can really decipher these lines and get a meaning. This is because we come back with the original blueprint printed in our hands. And our left hand is not the hand of the husband or wife, I'm sorry to say, but it is the hand of your original blueprint that you have come with. And your right hand is what you make out of this blueprint. Because when we come down to earth, we are given a free will which will allow you to diversify from your life plan also. Because sometimes when we come down, we forget that why we have come to learn these things. And sometimes we make mistakes, we have our own opinions and we have our own ideas why our life should be like this and not like that. And we diversify from the main life plan. And that creates a lot of more issues in our lives because if we are flowing with the life plan, life becomes easier. And when we are creating new paths, obviously it is going to be a little more challenging because it was not in your original life plan. So understand that you have chosen this time, this pandemic, everything has been chosen by you because everything that we have in our lives has a much higher purpose than what we understand. We may think a sickness to be just a sickness, but it is not a sickness. It has many layers to it. And we'll discuss that today. How our free will on earth through the centuries have really devastated earth so much. And we have created such a huge mass karma. And it is the result of this mass karma that coronavirus has been in our system. Because originally, at least 25 years or 50, 70 years back, the original plan for the coronavirus was that it will come once in 2020 and then it will come 10 years from then and then it will not come. But the humans have created such mass karmas after the burning of the Australian forest and many things in which humans have totally devastated nature, forests, the sea, the rivers. The divine plans have also changed. So we are having coronavirus in intervals of a few months. It is not that the virus has left. When we are a little bit red alert, the virus slows down and again it affects us. So we have to understand that this is not something that the divine is angry and is punishing us with. It is something that we have created through our mass karmas. Because everything that we do, every action that we do has an opposite reaction. If you understand that, you will be able to accept it better. Everything that happens in your life, if you understand the reason behind it, it gives you much more clarity and much more acceptance. So if you understand that this coronavirus is the result of a mass karma that you have created, like the atomic bomb and the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, all these things of the Second World War, it was man created because we were not happy with each other. We were not unified with each other and we were always striving for power. And it devastated and it broke the whole world. It was also a mass karma that we had created. Even the tsunamis and the earthquakes are because we create so much negative energy in the environment that Mother Earth sometimes gets stifled. Many of my students who are very clairvoyant, they've seen the darkness, they have seen the blackness that the Mother Earth is suffocated with. And their Mother Earth really becomes terrified and devastated. And then she starts shaking and it results in all the tsunamis and the earthquakes and the cyclones. Cyclones especially are coming because they come to erase the past karma and create a new pathway to clean the energies of the place. So even if it looks to you that a cyclone is a very bad thing, it has a divine purpose behind it. As the last year we had a cyclone in Calcutta and it was devastated. So every time there's a cyclone, I play to Mahavatar Babaji, and he generally what he does, he reduces the intensity or even stops the cyclone. But this time, that last time he told me, no, it is to remove a lot of karma from the West Bengal area. So I'm telling you, those who are in Mumbai, who have been affected by the cyclone, but understand it also came to clear a lot of karmic issues that Mumbai and that area, Gujarat, were facing. So it is a result of that also that we face these natural disasters. So what is this mass karma is the result of? The mass karma is not only the result of all this destruction that we have done to Mother Earth, it is also the result of too much corruption in all the places in society, especially in India. Our soul is supposed to be an authentic soul with a pure light, and we are supposed to be honest and truthful, which I am very sorry to say, almost 50% of the population are not living on those rules. There is so much corruption in every person that people do not think twice about telling a lie. It is second nature to them. And when I tell them, don't say, they say, no, sometimes I'm just to protect my family. But you don't need to protect your family and create more karma. That is also a corruption on a very minor level, but it is a corruption which will affect your soul badly. So understand that way also, if you are cheating in your business, if you are cheating in your office, if you are cheating in your relationships, that is a corruption and that is a karma that you are creating not only for yourself, but for the whole world. Then we have our beloved politicians who are creating such mismanagements all over the world. Finally, a time will come 10 years from now when these politicians will no longer be in power, when there will be small societies like the farmers creating a society which will rule the world. And we are waiting for that. But currently, the politicians, as you know, are creating a havoc in our society with their corruption, with their wrong decisions. And in India, you can realize India is such an overpopulated country. We were independent such a long time ago, 1947. If our leaders had decided that we can have only maximum 2 children for the sake of the country, then our country would be in a much better state to handle this crisis now. But in order to get the vote bank, our politicians reduce our country to this level. So even these things, if you are part of these families also, where there is politicians in your home, I would request you to really try and change yourself. At least by your changing, maybe those people will be affected and change a little, because unless and until we can really remove this kind of corruption from our world, the world is not going to change. Then there is our lifestyle. We are so anti-nature. We are always having smoking, drinking, having tobacco, having fast food. We are having excessive consumption of animals. It will result in an animalistic nature and it will result in a huge karma. From the person who grows the animal, to the person who kills the animal, to the person who cooks the animal, to the person who eats the animal. It is even in the Gita, you can read it, that it's a crime, it's a karma. Then everywhere you look, people are so full of ego, so full of pride, so full of anger. Why? Just because they have a lot of status, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of degrees, and there is so much greed and selfishness in the world. I know every one of you know this. But I'm just trying to remind you all, whenever you are in trauma of coronavirus, you have to remember why you created this coronavirus. There's so much greed and selfishness that are filling the world. There is no feeling of oneness. And even as parents, what we are doing? We are creating a group of people, a generation of people who are very good intellectually, but they are just competitive intellectual individuals who do not have basic human values. Because from day one, we are teaching them, don't share with that person, don't show your notes to that person, you have to beat this person, and you have to come first in class and to do this and do that. So what are we trying to do? We are trying to make our children into a type of robotic existence which doesn't have any soft feeling, any human feeling, any spiritual feelings. So this creates what? This creates a huge disparity in society, and there is so much disparity in wealth, in status, and lifestyle, in even healthcare, because the medicines that my husband had COVID, the medicines he was given, no rickshaw wala, no auto wala, no one will be able to afford. And they are not human beings. Our government is not able to provide those medicines in the government hospitals. They are not being able to provide a single bed to an individual. One bed has been shared by two, and someone is lying below that bed in a chapati. This is the state of India, and who has created this state? There's total chaos, there's total pandemic situation, and it is all created by us. Why? Because Mother Nature has finally revolted. And Mother Nature has finally locked down the species who has invaded and destroyed every part of her. And Mother Nature has finally tried to show us the effects of the choices that we had made. Because every day we had a focus totally on creating more wealth, creating more status, creating and buying more cars, which are just adding to the pollution. One family, one car, maximum two cars. Everyone has one car, and there are extras for the whole family. Aren't you destroying your nature and you're saying that I'm spiritual? You don't have to show your wealth in this way. You can show your wealth by feeding thousands. You can show your wealth by building hospitals. You can show your wealth by building orphanages. Is this the way to show your wealth, by destroying Mother Nature? So our focus was totally on making money, promoting ourselves, giving ourselves a very good lifeline. And what did it bring us? It brought us nothing but pain and anxiety and trauma and hypertension and diabetes. Everyone has diabetes, as if it is a very common thing. Everyone has hypertension, high pressure. Why? If you tell them, they tell me, it's very normal after 40 you have diabetes. Why? Why is it normal? Diabetes arises out of frustration when you don't have any sweetness in your life. Diabetes, hypertension, where does it come? Because you're always anxious. You're always painful. You're always in trauma. Is it a normal way of living? Is this what you have created for yourself? Are you happy with it? I think coronavirus has really brought you a different focus, allowing you to finally focus on yourself, on your health, on your family members. And just finally made you focused on your self-care. Because we are so busy making thousands and lakhs and crores of rupees and building your prestige that you didn't forgot to take care of you. And you had hundreds of doctors giving you hundreds of pills to keep you alive and keep you running. If this is your life, my dear ones, I'm very unhappy to say that this is not the correct life. I'll be 52 tomorrow. And I don't think I have any disease in my body. Why? Because I've learned what is important in life and what is not important. So this quarantine, what it has done, it has really made you look to yourself, what you should be eating, how you should be treating yourself, which food are good for you. So finally, this Mars karma is trying to create a change in your inner core by making you connect to yourself, by making you understand that what you should be doing. And this lockdown has created a beautiful thing. It has created work from home and it has resulted in very less pollution. Now I can breathe when I'm on the streets. Earlier I could not breathe. So many cars all around me. Now I am one of the lone passengers in an auto, so I'm much happier and healthier now because so many people are at home, not driving their single cars. Because there is no carpool, there is no system of sharing. We all have to show off our own cars and we are all polluting the whole environment without giving one single thought to the future generations who are going to come. And we have also forgotten something, that death is something which is inevitable. Anyone who is born is supposed to die. But we in our ego, we in our status, we in our wealth, we have got a cocoon of feeling that money can buy us even health, money can even buy us life. But no, it cannot. Coronavirus has proved it to you that no, it cannot. It is not about the money you spend. It is about the immunity system that you have. So it has badly shaken you and brought you back to yourself. I know I'm lecturing a little, but this is for many people who have been questioning me, why ma, why ma, why. So I think it is time you understand that Mother Nature is reminding us to slow down, to really understand that in everyday lives we do not need so much. I think in your lockdown you have realized that the amount of money that we spend is for show only. Actually, we need very little to eat, very little to really indulge ourselves, even if we indulge with the best food that is available. Even if we buy the few best dresses, because we are not wasting our money. We're just wearing what we like and what we like to eat. So actually, Mother Nature has pulled you back and taken you back to your family life, brought you close to your loved ones. People used to have loads of money, brilliant careers, wonderful children, but no time to talk to them. Coronavirus has brought you close to them. A lot of families have united. People on the verge of breakdown, I've seen people on the verge of divorce have reunited because they could finally give the time to each other. So you have to understand that anything which is affecting us has its positives and it has its negative. First, you have to understand why it happened. Then you have to understand what it is doing to us after it has started. It is bringing us back to ourselves. It is bringing us back to our families, and it is bringing us back to God. Because in this time, many people who never meditated, they're trying to meditate because they're so full of fear. They're so full of anxiety. They're so frightened of life. They do not know what is going to happen. Because finally man has realized that he is like an ant. He is not the all-pervading ruler as he thinks he is. He is zero in front of the fury of Mother Nature. And all this karma is trying to teach us to be more humble, to be better human beings, and trying to teach us that maybe this change will allow us to create a world, a future which will be really beautiful for our children, for our grandchildren, and for their children. Maybe finally we will be able to give back to them something that they will cherish and not the world that we have been given till now. So many of you are really scared about corona. The minute anyone has a fever, they are ringing up, they are messaging, "Ma, check karo, corona hai kya?" So first of all, I would request you all to just take stock of your fear. Just understand, what is this fear? Is it the fear of dying? Is it the fear of losing your loved ones? Is it the fear of losing your financial income because of the jobs that are closing down? What is it that is exactly creating this fear in you, this anxiety in you, this trauma inside you? Just identify that fear. What is it? Then write it down. And what you can do to alleviate that fear. Because if it is fear of death, you have to understand that every corona patient is not going to die. The rate of recovery is brilliant in our country. In the current last 1 or 2 months, it was not so good because, as you know, because of the Kumbh Mela and all the elections, a lot of people were badly affected and they did not even go to the doctors because they were so engrossed with the election and everything. And that is another result of, that is why more people died, because I've seen many party workers who have died, because many people very close to me, I've seen them since they were little boys, they died because they were so much engrossed in their party work, they just took paracetamol after paracetamol to reduce the fever, not even giving time to understand if it's corona or not. They were so hell-bent on working for their party. That is another reason why so many people have died in the last 2 months. So I would request you that corona does not mean death. You have to understand, corona means a disease which has to be treated with a lot of caution, I understand. And which means that there is a quarantine zone in the house and everyone has to be alert, but you don't have to be in such fear and panic. You are not going to die. Only those souls who have chosen their life plan to go at this time because of corona, contact with corona, only those souls will go. No one else will go. Because corona, as I understood from the masters, is going to either transform you or take you. And maximum people are choosing to transform themselves. They're choosing to change. So understand that corona is not equivalent to death. And understand that if you maintain a good diet, if you do certain breathing exercises, if you do meditation, if you try to reduce your stress and your fear and increase your immunity, you will be not affected much by corona. Some people have 3-4 days fever and they get well, even if they catch the disease. And many people are scared of isolation that corona brings. But I would request you to take it not as a trauma, but as a beautiful opportunity to be with yourself, to really connect to yourself that you could never do, that you never had the time to do because you are always connected to others. So don't fear isolation. Make it a productive way of really connecting to yourself. And I would request every one of you to reconsider your needs and values. If anyone in your family or you are having corona or had corona, that means you need to reconsider everything in your life. What is the way that you're living in life, your life, and is it needed? What are your needs? Is it needed? What are your desires? How much is needed? And how much is really important? You have to really reconsider your needs, your values, and really understand what you really need to be happy. Because we are running this rat race because people have told us that we need this and that for to be happy. But really, what do you need to be happy? You have to rethink and re-understand that. Not run blindly like the people are telling you to. Understand that there is a life plan. Understand that there are 5 choice points of exist that every soul carries. And sometimes if your person in your house is only 26-year-old, but he or she has corona and she decides that I have enough of this life and this is my exit point, I can go. We cannot do anything. It is the soul's decision. You have to understand that. That it is sometimes corona is affecting people who are very, very badly in karmic debt to the universe. They have created so much karma that is affecting them. It may be 5 people talking with the same person, but one person may get the corona from that person. Why? Because of a lot of karmic issues that that person has accumulated. Sometimes it may be that the person is so full of fear that corona comes to that person to shake that person up and tell that person, see, even if I come into your life, nothing happens. So you have to understand that there are life plans, individual choices, exit points, individual karma, and there is always a greater plan that is in effect because of which we are having this pandemic. So look for ways to serve others in this pandemic. Look for ways to help others. Look for ways to do something that will really make another person happy. If you know someone is bedridden and isolated because of corona, call that person up. Give that person a little bit of your time. And really thank COVID, because I think what COVID did was COVID really brought you close to yourself. It really made you understand what are the real needs of your life. What is the real significance of being a human? I know it was like a lecture to you. Many of you know all these points, but I just wanted to tell you that it is not just still out of the blue that the coronas happen. There is a greater purpose. And as we know and understand that by 2024, a lot of souls will be choosing to leave Earth. Just bless those souls and release those souls. Do not be too much in trauma, because they will be coming back to you in another form. Just allow those souls to complete their journey in whatever way they want to. And let this fear, this anxiety, this panic that you are feeling every moment just by the word corona, please stop it. It is not needed. Even if you have the disease, it is not going to kill you unless you have a life plan. Because why am I talking so much about this issue? Because all this fear, this panic that you're creating, you can ask Harpreet, you can ask many of who are clairvoyant here, how much black energy it is creating inside Mother Earth, and she is suffocating. And this fear energy is so toxic that whenever it touches another person, it creates the fear in that person. Like the energy of love can create love, the energy of fear can also create fear. So unless you stop generating this energy as spiritual beings, how can you teach others to stop? So I request every one of you to stop generating fear, panic, anxiety, trauma. Whatever happens, you can message us, we'll send you healing. Unless it is your life plan, you will not be leaving Earth. So stop being panicky for yourself and your loved ones. Just understand the lesson that Corona has come to teach you. That you have to connect to yourself. You have to understand that your needs are actually very basic. You do not have to run behind so much that the society has taught you to run behind. And you can be happy with very little things. And because in future there will not even be a financial system like this, there will not be currency, there will not be money. In the coming 10, 15 years, you will see the changes yourself and you'll remember my words. So Stop all this rat race, stop all this running after meaningless things. Really find yourself, really connect to yourself. Now we will do the meditation. As always, I request every one of you to close your eyes and start breathing deeply. Breathing deep into your heart center and connecting to your heart center, which is your heart energy, which is your unique energy. Keep on breathing deeply and releasing whatever is not good for you. With every breath, you're taking in the golden white light of the Creator, and with every out breath, you're breathing out whatever is not needed for you. Please keep on doing this as I invoke the Masters. I call on the Creator of the whole creation, the Master Creator. We call on our Creator, our Father God, our Mother God, our soul group, our monad, all the mighty gods and goddesses across all dimensions of time and space. We call on all the galactic masters, all the star masters. We call on all the holy councils of love, light, healing, ascension. We call the karmic board. We Akashic records. We call the lords of karma, lords of time. We call the masters of the Galactic Federation, the masters of the intergalactic councils, all the star councils who are working with us, trying to heal Earth, trying to heal Mother Gaia. We call on all the ascended masters and the living masters across all dimensions of time and space. We call on the angelic realms, the unicorn collectives, the dragon collectives, your individual dragon, your individual unicorn, to be with you now. We call on all the celestial dolphins, the celestial whales, the mermaids, the fairies, the gnomes, all the mineral kingdom, the crystalline kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom. We call on Mother Gaia to be present with us now in this grid. We call on all the masters who are working with Mother Gaia, all the masters of the inner realms of the earth. We call on all the energy vortexes of earth and beyond. We call on all the celestial temples of earth and beyond. And we ask Father Sun, Mother Moon, and all the mighty planets to support us. And we ask Father Creator to send His beautiful light through all of us, flowing through us, flowing through all our chakra systems, through our four body system, and going and anchoring in the crystalline core of the heart of Mother Gaia. And Mother Gaia sends a beautiful pink and silver and green and white light, which is now moving up, cleansing your Earth Star Chakra, your soles of the feet, your ankles, your calf muscles, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your nose, ears, mouth chakras, your third eye chakra, your crown chakra, and moving back to the source. You are now in this beautiful pillar of light, which is expanding all around us. Now let us hold hands, all of us, and form a circle. And this circle of divine unity, divine oneness is the grid for today. We hold hands with each other and form a circle which is inside this huge pillar of light, which is covering all of Mother Gaia and going into the universe also, covering the star systems and the planets around us. And as you're holding hands, sitting in a circle, your individual team of light, your higher self now descends on you. Now you're a beautiful, powerful being of light. Just look into your heart center where you've been breathing. There's a beautiful crystal of pink color which is glowing inside your heart. See this beautiful pink crystal. It is glowing, bright and beautiful. Breathe into this crystal and just send light and love from your heart to the person sitting next to you, left and right. Send this heart energy, this powerful, beautiful love energy from your heart to the person sitting to the right and left of you. Each one of us is holding hands with the other and sending this beautiful light to each other. Now it is creating a beautiful chain of light from one heart to the other, one heart to the other, one heart to the other. And it's becoming a beautiful ring of light, beautiful pink ray of light. And this ring of light is projecting its light into the center of the circle. All your love energy, all your heart energy, see it being projected into the center of the circle. Inside the circle, now there is a huge ball being formed. A huge ball of pink energy. A huge, beautiful pink ball. As the heart energy keeps flowing to it, it grows bigger and bigger in size, wider and wider, bigger and bigger, full of this divine light, this divine love flowing from our hearts into this ball. It has now become a huge, magnificent ball of pink light, healing light, light of creation, light of love, light of healing. And the Creator now sends His beautiful light inside this pink ball, expanding it with His golden energy. And it becomes a very vibrant ball of light. And it slowly starts moving up from the circle above our heads because it has become so big, it cannot fit inside the circle anymore. And the light from our hearts are still going to this ball. And the light of the Creator is also moving inside this ball. This ball now suddenly starts forming crystals, small round crystals inside it. Beautiful round crystals of pink light filled with golden. See these beautiful pink and golden crystals forming inside this beautiful pink ball. See it enlarging and enlarging and enlarging unless you now you cannot see the ends of the ball anymore. It is so huge, so big. Mother God and Father God have come down and they lightly touch this ball. And as they touch this ball, all these crystals burst forth and go and reach each and every soul on this Mother Earth. It may be a plant, it may be an animal, it may be a crystal, it may be a human, all souls who are living and breathing. It goes to each one of them, one crystal to each one. Mother Earth is now a vibrant color, with all these crystals glowing inside her. And she smiles a big smile. She's so happy. This healing light inside is each soul, every human, every animal, every plant, every mineral, every crystal. It's glowing, glowing, glowing. The rivers, the lakes, the forests are glowing, glowing, glowing. It's healing. It's healing. It's healing. We ask the divine codes to accelerate this healing.
Right. Kuiram sikam shurate ki halashira. Kuntarate ki al ata ero sashkim rohatante sihashala tatam tora seshi. Kimtro se shihara amtirasa shati. Iti sakasha iterantanyam ti sakashiram dra asakashyaram te uram tahasayate krasayate natattam tirastoto itya sakasham indralyahattam droho yate kasayate nam talatattam ti Inamayate krasashasya namatohayate atyanam piti satsasayakyataratotas unaram dreyata kasayaho shiratam drohanayate satsamti kruyatan sakasharaham drohayate krasanchya namati Yate yatakam droho soko shiharam uralehe tyahasayate kramto shihanatasasham untale yatarakam tehi shikrasanyahate urete krahanyehi tihishalatanoho Urrata hayate kam shiho kruti hase. Ham trahi sikashanamaho kradhe ratam trehi sikisham. Krone adhe ratan hai sikasashyanamam tro yadhe. Utayarham trikrase shatyanam dhralehetasyasi. Oryatanaham trisasyatyakam troho nyahate krayase yattam tisa. Aralayatya namasakasya namaho rahatya sesya namati. Ur alatayate kram dhenahayatam tishi. With every breath, my dear child, when you release your fear, tishi kram taha sesharahamti. You're soothing not yourself only, to me too. Ham trasakasharalahayate concession. Or rata se kyan shalata sante rahanam. Hitrasashatehe. Hitasasharahate taham tahasasete. Urrayate yata sakashanamte. Urrate hamti kashayate sashe. My sister, Mother Nature will provide you as she's been providing you for eons. You have lost the trust Kriyata shihe rahasasate. Nutantalaha yashekra sante shiti. Alayate kramta he nyata sakashya namati. Or ate krayate kasasya namate sasyati. So, believe in yourself. Open yourself. Yata kanchi dahota rasasa. We are with you. Sarasta shihanam te sishi. Sarasashe te namatasashi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
As you see Mother Earth vibrating, bursting with this beautiful light, give intentions that you release all pain, all anxiety, all fear, and all negative emotions that you are carrying inside you. Because as we heal ourselves, we heal the world. Because unless and until we are healed, we cannot heal Mother Earth. So just connect to your heart center, see inside your heart, and see what is it that is giving you pain. What is it that is making you angry? What is it that is making you sad? What is it that is making you anxious? And now release it. This beautiful, pure light of the Creator. Just give the intention and release it. Huge black clouds are being released by the masters and the archangels. Angels assisting. All these black clouds of anxiety, anger, fear, trauma, pain, disruption, corruption, huge negative energy. Do not hold on to any more negative energy, dear ones. Just give the intention that I release whatever is not in me for my highest best. Whatever is there in me which is not serving me, let me release it in this divine power, in this divine light. As you release all your individual traumas, individual pain, individual fears, individual anxieties, you're doing a great service to Mother Earth because you're healing her. See all this darkness, see all this pain, see all this blackness being removed from you by your guides and by your higher self. See your energy sparkling bright, pristine, clear energy now. And with this pure light inside you, now lift up your hands and see Mother Gaia as a child in your lap. See Mother Earth as a child sitting in your lap. And send your healing energy, send your blessing, send your love to her. Just hold up your hands and send it to your lap. See Mother Gaia sitting there. Let her heal, let her heal, let her heal. She has suffered a lot at her hands. Bless her, heal her, send her love, send her love, send her love. Keep on sending her love every day like this by doing this meditation. She is in so much pain. She is in so much trauma. Every soul you hear who is in pain. Every soul you hear who is suffering. Just bless them. Send them love and light. It will alleviate the suffering. It will help the soul and it will help Kaya. Mother Gaia has suffered so much for us. It is time we gave it back to her. It is time we healed her. It is time we took her back to her original divine blueprint. Understand, she is also a soul just like you. She was my sister in a time when we were on the other realms. But she chose to take a body like a planet so that you could all flourish on her, so that you could live on her. She is a soul just like us. And as we ascend, she ascends. She's given so much to you, so much she has suffered. It is time you healed her. It is time you blessed her. It is time you took away her pain. First of all, by healing yourself. There's a lot of pain in many people's hearts in the group. Please, 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 I request you, release the pain, release the pain. In this divine collective energy, it will be easily released. Honor Mother Earth for a great sacrifice as coming down as a planet to hold you for so many thousands of years so that you could learn your life lessons. Because Earth is the greatest learning school in the universe. And there is a huge line of souls who want to come to Earth to learn. And what we have done, instead of learning, we have damaged her, we have hurt her, we have destroyed her. Ask forgiveness from Mother Gaia. Fold your hands and say, I'm sorry if in any way I've contributed to your pain, to your devastation. And I promise you, from now, I will heal myself every day so that I do not give you much more pain. Because I understand now the pain I carry is carried by you also. Promise her that you will heal yourself. Promise her that you will not give her further pain. And again send this beautiful light inside your heart, which is glowing pink, into the crystalline core of Mother Earth. Let all the negativity, let all the pain, let all the trauma, let all the sickness, let all the pollution, let all the corruption slowly move out of Mother Gaia and be transmuted into love and light by the Creator. All our guides, the Creator, all are standing around us in a circle, blessing us for healing Mother Gaia. And Mother Gaia is so happy. We ask for codes for releasing the negative energies from deep inside Mother Earth.
Shirakuturam tatattam titira tatattam to yatatattam titira tatattam tanayattam to karyam to tattam tira tata atte yatatte nam to iti tataram tattam tera hayatte kram tatatam tattira tataha tattayate ratattam tira tattam tera lataha dheyattam tira takam tanyam to tuttam terati Urmataratatham Deratato Uttom Tikrayanyamato Undhuratatam Te Ayatanatatam Dhiratatam To Uttiyataratakatam De Kuramyadharahate Tikram To Hatanama Yatakutum Dharalata Atatatiarakata Natatante Uttatasi Titirim Dhiratato Uttutiratata Tattamte Unayayadhe kattanamatuku atta idherata attantera lo umtikra eta antera takatatai namara iti katam duratat pattanamdharate ratakatam dhiralato humtikrayate ratatam tera taratat tattante natatam tera dharatatantera taurotoro tattamti inamatattera toho tattantira dharatattanti. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Keep on breathing deeply and keep on sending this light and love to Mother Gaia. Breathe deeply into your heart center. See the light glowing and see it going from you to the crystalline core of Mother Earth. And slowly see the whole earth being a huge ball of golden pink light, so full of love, so full of joy, so full of healing energies, so full of light. She's healing, she's healing, she's healing. We thank you, Mother Gaia, for being with us in this meditation, supporting us with your energies so that we could send the healing light to you. And I thank every one of you for supporting Mother Gaia in this beautiful healing light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If anyone would like to share or say something, they are welcome to. Or if you want to bring the energies, that is also fine.
Hello, Ma. You said we'll heal the souls also who are departed, or the souls who are attached to the planet, still they're not moving. So we have not, I think, even those souls will be healed with this.
I did a lot of work on those. That is why I did not mention them today. Because we have been healing and releasing them a lot. And I did not want to bring it here because everyone is not ready to do that work and it may not be easy for everyone.